Hey guys, and welcome back to Dyson Sphere Program. My name is Twitchi, trapped in the body of the Icarus mech here, sending all the power I can back to center brain, and to be able to achieve that, I feel like we need to make a production planet. Playing around on my starter planet here, I have realized that we have got ourselves a little choked, a little bit tangled, a little bit in need of reorganization. I feel like one of the best ways we can do that is going over to another planet. If I zoom out here, we've got ourselves another planet right over here, Lasaf 3. I think that's a good one that we could get started on with a clean, fresh slate, if you will. There's ships there. But before I do that, there is a threat in this system, a threat that may very well threaten my very threat of threats, and I think we should be able to deal with that. If we come over, we've been making some destroyers and some corvettes for the past, I don't know, 20 minutes or so? Probably longer than that. It's probably been about an hour. Let's try and just grab a whole bunch of these. Can I take all the corvettes? That's good. And I'll take as many destroyers as I can. And I'm going to go to my combat screen here, as indicated with the C, and I wonder how many of these I can squeeze into my hangar. That's it. That's as many as I can squeeze into my hangar. I might very well take these drones out of here, because they're for ground combat, and I wish to take on the Hive. It is the dark fog presence in our base. Can I switch to view that there? All of these little grey spots around the outside are units to be taken out. It was being fed by other bases on different planets, but they've taken care of those, and now really they're the only things left for me to try and take on. Whatever happens in this combat, you know what, let's save this. Whatever happens in this combat, I'm going to move on to the production world afterwards, but I think it's time to go and see what happens. Now, I am not very experienced in combat in this game. I do not know even all the keys that are available to me, but I think that is something we can overcome with fear, with sheer mass of numbers. I actually don't have all that many. I've only got 2 fleets right now. I don't know whether that's too many, not enough. I suspect not enough. Okay, well, there's the Hive over there. Which way is it traveling? I don't want the main body of the base to come towards me. There's a bunch of lasers over it, and you know what? I'm going to have enough trouble trying to deal with the 206 dark fog units that are in front of us, especially with just my 19. Oof. Those numbers available at the bottom of the screen. Look at my system, by the way. This is amazing. At some point we're going to have to work on the Dyson Sphere rather than the Dyson Swarm. I hear all the production that we've been using to make the Swarm is used in at least part of the Sphere, so that should be worth it for us to just make the swap. Okay, I think I'm just going to come in this way. It seems to be moving sideways to me. Sideways is pretty good with that. Sideways is nearly as good as away from, right? Surely. I don't know how close I need to be to aggro these guys, or indeed how close I need to have my camera to myself. I suppose it's a bit nicer if I'm fairly large on screen, right? Okay, I don't really have an escape plan. Home's over there. There's my second planet. We can go to a third as well if need. Oh, I've lost them. Where's the Hive? There we go. I'm just going to go for that rather large unit of ships over there. That seems like a good one. That is the one we took out last. Oh, do we go for the week? Let's go for the week, of course. I'm sure Sun Tzu had something very, very important to say about when you notice a week. What was that? Mineral depleted. No worries. I'm sure Sun Tzu had something very important to say about taking advantage of an enemy's weak points. Oh, I can see a glowy sphere of death over there. I don't think I want to get involved with that, though. Okay, they're going to get angry at me? How angry can I make them? I was expecting angrier than this. I got to be honest with you. Oh, okay, some of them are coming. I'm gonna pull away at this point and turn around and look. I don't really want to get too involved in the combat itself because there's a lot of them and there's only a few of me, but I do have my own ships out there. We can keep an eye on the fleet health and the top right. They seem to be doing pretty well, if you ask me, actually. They are definitely handing out a little bit of damage here, so much so that I'm not that bothered about the possibility of getting caught up in this. I'm going to just kind of like turn around and sweep past. You know what? This is working really well. We've already taken out half their units. I'm very much in favor of the way this is going here. Moving in towards the actual base itself. I'm a little bit worried about this because, of course, there's lasers all over that thing. And look, you can see these focal points of where all the bullets are colliding. I can only assume that's where some of my my corvettes and such forth are at. Where are my crew? Okay, off they go. That's pretty good. I feel like these guys over here aren't really facing that much trouble. I do hope that they are, though. You know what I'm saying? I kind of wish that they were having a bad day right now. That is kind of the point of what we're doing here. More seem to be getting created, or at least maybe I'm getting close enough to bring up a health bar there. Yeah, maybe it was that one. Maybe it was that one. That means I'm definitely flying a little bit more towards the system than I'd like. 16. We now overwhelm them. There's now more of us than there are of them. I think I'm in favor of this. Keep seeing units drop out there. Also, on that note, check out my energy down below. Each time a unit gets launched, a little bit of energy gets used. Very worried about that, especially as I'm running out of energy capsules of some description on me. I want to keep that one. Okay, the combat going well. We seem to actually be going through the mechanism itself in the middle. The structure, I suppose, is really the word I wanted to have used there. There is definite carnage going on. More and more corvettes are being launched every moment, but I note not the destroyers, so I assume they're doing well against this type of thing. Trying to just kind of fly around in a fairly tight circle. I don't know whether this is a thing I want to get involved with yet. I'm worried that I'll get close and then just like suddenly die from a single laser beam. That would be unfortunate. Why is that holding back there? What happened there? What happened there? I don't know. All right, I'm going for a look with the option of turning around and yeah, look at those lasers coming out. Okay, can I fire yet? Is that a thing I can do? I don't know what my range is. That's a big problem. I've only got bullets though, so I'm not sure exactly what I'm expecting to happen here. I'm just trying to look at things with health bars and see if I can do. Oh, there we go. I'm doing things. I am helping the invasion. Yay, go me. Look at us do stuff. I'm totally flying out of here now though. Whoa. It's fine. I was brave. I was very brave. Okay, it now just seems to be a sit back and wait moment. I'm kind of okay with that. I've still got like full fleets out there doing the business. This guy seems to be in a bit of trouble, but not anything I need to worry about. Do you reckon I can get in there and destroy this central bit nice and quick, and that would then, like, I don't know, win the day for us? Be our moment. Yeah, like that. All right, they did it for me before I got there, but that's fine. Everything does still seem to be a little lethal. I don't know, maybe I'm imagining it. I don't see any green lasers going around. I just see bullets flying. Maybe we're the bad guys here? No, that couldn't be it. Okay, as I say, they're just going around dismantling this piece by piece. That definitely went a lot better than I was expecting. I didn't even really feel threatened myself once. So that's a big bonus. Okay, fly through here and let's just fire some bullets. Is that them firing at me? I'm about to run out of energy. Let's get out of here. No. Oh, look at my energy bar down below. Let's not do that again. That may have not been the best plan. Okay, I got so far away, or maybe ran out of energy, that the fleet pulled itself back in. Okay, there they go. Let's get that going again. All right, brilliant. Little weirdness there, probably my own doing. Okay, I'm fairly sure we're in the last moments here. I'm trying to hold myself still, but my energy levels are not loving it. But that's fine. Ooh, don't be shooting at me, mate. Don't be shooting at me. I'm just an innocent bystander. I did nothing here. Did nothing at all. It was all just these random bunch of people that I've never met before in my life, officer. And that will be my defense during my war crimes trials. Not that I'm planning on that, of course. I don't feel like anything I'm doing is illegal under the Geneva Convention. No, of course not. Why would I think indiscriminate group punishment is bad? Okay, there does seem to be a little bit of danger every now and then. Things keep kind of popping away, but I think this might be the very last moments of the battle. I'm not seeing any more health bars. Is everything going to come back to me? Yeah. Okay, I think we did the thing that I set out to do. It's another rarity from Twitchi here. Once again, can't help feeling that maybe I should have played on a harder difficulty than default. Take a look at this mess. After the amazingness of our combat campaign, it is time to deal with logistics, and this has got to be the thing that I want to deal with. Over here, we basically have a interstellar logistics that I want to have for this end. Apart from the iron ore, I want to get rid of that on this planet, and then we only really deal with these final ingredients being shipped in from Lasaf 3. Let's come out. I'd like all of those things to be shipped from this planet over here. A wonderful little ice planet that we took over way back at the beginning of the season. Season? I don't know what I'm saying. I'm actually sorry. I don't know why I did this. Look at this line of belts that I've got here. I knew for the next thing that I wanted to research here, I was going to need some of these Dyson frames. So I just kind of went up and then did a turn, and somehow I ended up upside down. I was like, hey, that's kind of cool. And we run it over here, and then I inverted it back down to land like that. And now I need to try and get these blue magnetic rings down in a similar, somehow cool way. We've got the satellite distribution power network now. It's an upgrade to these power towers. It's definitely the thing that I was actually literally just working on, trying to make that work here. How about how do we turn pretty heavy to the side? Let's press the control key, pull that up. I want to come up to number 3 there, yeah. And then I want to at least go 9 to, that's 70. How far do I need to be able to like make the turn I want to take? Okay, 90 is the maximum. Let's see what we get from that. That's the wrong way. Yeah, cool, why not? That is the wrong way, but you know what? I'm okay with that. Let's now come round to more of an angle. Minus 180 by there. Sounds great. And then on the way back around here, I'd like to try and get back to flat, but if not, we'll go minus 90 here and then back to flat there. Yeah, that doesn't seem complicated in the wrong way at all. After that nightmare, putting this together is going to be super simple. So we want to get in the building. Look, there's a new thing, the satellite substation. I would like that. Thank you very much. And then we just need to pop our 2 favorite items into the side here. It doesn't like the bridging. I totally understand that. Okay, I think that should now be good. Apart from a single power issue here, colliding with objects. How are we colliding with objects here? Guess it'll be the thinner one. Thanks. And then we need a box to output. I'm fairly sure I can just turn this way, and then that will be fine. Okay, beautiful. It's even got the restrictions on there. Now, obviously, I was making this because I'm going around collecting a whole bunch of stuff for us to be able to colonize this barren wasteland of a desert that is Lasaf 4. A desert? Cold desert? Yeah, it's a cold desert. There's a little bit of water here. I misspoke. I meant to say tundric wasteland, but for some reason, desert came out. Anyway, what I want to do here is to build, well, first, I want to build some magnets. That's the first thing I want to try and get on, but I want to try and find myself some nice, clear space so that I can get a whole bunch of building done. I have looked around and I feel like this is the first area that offers itself up as a clean space. I would love to find the edge of the coordinate system here. Been watching a bit of Nilaus, as you may have heard from some of the ways that I've been calling things in this game, and I like the way he splits up the planet. So I'm going to try and find the places where the lines go all the way through. There are some places where the coordinate systems completely stitch up, I presume, at the 0 mark of each planet. Oh look, just here, beautiful. We pop that down, and then I'm going to put lines down either side. Is that, I mean, that's right down the middle of my build area. It's not great. But it'll give us some orientation. That's the main thing. I foolishly didn't bring enough concrete to cover the entire planet, but I have found the place where the equator and those 0, lines meet up. That's pretty cool. Over here is where I landed. Why are you separate? Oh, why are you separated? This should be still connected. That connects to that. This to this. Maybe this is a little short range here. Yeah, much better. Oh, look, here's an even thicker line. Wait, did I was I tricked? Was I fooled? Yeah, look at that. That line goes all the way up, but this one's much thicker. Maybe this is 0, 0. Now I'm going to have to change my concrete lines. Okay, that makes this the magical spot where coordinate systems join up, but I'm going to leave that as the water rather than filling it in with blue concrete. I think that will be a pretty good look there as it is. Don't want to destroy all the natural resources. I mean, that's kind of a lie. Okay, so I've been traveling across the top edge of what I think is the large build area. This is going to have to be filled in. And I've found... This a quarter of the way around the planet? No way. Maybe I need to just keep on going. Maybe this is a false join of the lines here. Interesting. There's a few of those around. Oh look, here it is. Here's the actual line. Interesting. So then I go down this way. I'm just going to completely outline everything I can. Okay, many placements later, I believe I've finished the entire ring. Okay, that's pretty cool. I could probably take this one out. The next thing to do is like vastly simplify everything that we've got going on here. You can see that I've been trying to smelt as well as pass on ore in here. No, none of that. Each ore patch is going to get its own interstellar logistics pad if it can. We're going to just feed. Maybe we'll put this one here, and these two will both feed in, and then we will deal with the products at a more central location. Like, look at this mess. Oh, it's so spread out and terrible. I guess I start down here because it's nice and empty. Okay, so my first thought is for iron and iron type products. If we have a look, there's a few things that only really take singular bits of iron ore, and I'd like to do those. Of course, I'm going to include steel in that, as it takes a product from the product. You know what I'm saying? Also thinking about maybe gears. I'm not sure so much about gears, but maybe. And to do that, I'm going to be doing it this way round. So I would like this one to literally only and only. What do you mean? I've brought loads of these. How dare you? I've only deal with the iron ore. It's going to be both remote demand and a local demand. There's no power here. Of course, there's no power. I haven't hooked it up yet. I'm going to go with that one there and that one there, and it should be able to just fill itself up nice and quick. So I'm hoping in between here and the equator over that side, we will just be making nothing but... No, I don't want those, thank you. Nothing but the magnetic rings? No, we're quite far away. Let's do the iron ingots first. I want to do the magnetic rings next to the copper because we need the magnetic rings and the copper to make the magnetic coil. So I'd like them to be close, maybe even mirror images of them. Let's go like... iron, I was going to say iron plates, copper plates, but of course I actually want to do iron plates, steel plates. So let's do the magnetic rings here, then we'll do the magnetic coils there with copper plates next to it, maybe? No, let's not be silly. We'll do steel on this side if we have to. Yeah, that's a better idea. So we need to collect all of the copper that we can out of here using some beautiful stacking technology. I'm wondering whether the loaders are more... Ooh. There's a piece of technology that I've not researched because I noticed it was something we want to watch together. Here, this final pile sorter ultimate upgrade. They can load and unload simultaneously. All the others have just been, here we go, plus 40, and over this one it's just like plus 1, plus 2. Everything's kind of been just add a little bit, but this one totally ups the game. That's crazy. Where are we in the in-queuing process here? Surely we can add more. Drive engine level 4. I'm not doing that one yet because that's interstellar, and that's a bit serious. I don't want to do too many of these though, thinking about it, because I'm going to use these to test my research system later on and see how well they do. But I wanted to do this to see how well the research labs do. But I wanted to get these loaders so that we can free ourselves from the tyranny of these things, these stackers that we have access to here. Ooh, only 200. That might be a problem. I'd like to see what happens when we use these for stacking instead. Oh, we're going to have to proliferate as well. Ooh, hold up. Okay, that was the pile sorter upgrade. Thank you very much. I would like proliferator here as well. Let's just go a few. Can we remote demand, and then maybe this will be the local storage system for it? Maybe. If I don't want to be encroaching on the next lane space, this is kind of the maximum width we can go with here. If I pull this out, we see we've got like 1 square and a half, and this is 1 square and a half. So we need to keep this to this width. That's fine. I'm down with that. We are going to build the ingots right here. We, of course, have ore going in top and bottom, and ore going out on this pile sorter. I'm going to, again, do top and bottom so that we can copy all of these out. Like, I'm going to put that one there, and then we can copy this one here and here, and that should then be stackable all the way up. Am I going to do 15 still? Am I going to do them in 15s? I mean, the game does kind of force you into that. Okay, 15's actually a little closer than I would like. I've already pulled everything back one. We could probably pull it back one again if I would like to, but let's see if we can make it work like this. I, of course, have to get some proliferation going on further down the line, and the scary elephant in the room right now is trying to power these bunch in the middle here. I've got a feeling what I'm going to do is take out this one and try our brand new device. Will you go in like this? Oh, it's close. We can definitely power the ones on the outside with some of these standard power systems. Tesla towers, that's what they call it. Okay, actually, big fan, doing well there. Okay, let's say you go that way. Why are none of these actually doing anything? This one is, oh, wait, I know why. I haven't set the filters. Okay, away they go. Put you there and you there. I'm trying the, let's not use the stackers, but use the multi-stacker technique. Looks like maybe this is keeping up fast enough. Well, there's a few that are not quite stacked high enough. We could probably get... Let me show you something that I've noticed. If we turn this one on to ore here, where are we going to send this across? It needs to be somewhere this side of these. I kind of don't like where this is. Feels a little silly, but it gives me room to show some of these things off. You're actually going to have to go here, aren't you? We run this line across here. You notice that we've got a whole bunch of what the community have been calling half belts, or at least a few people I've seen online have been calling half belts. But we can also take off of there, and it actually will reach all the way over there. So we could use this as like a secondary backup, just to make sure everything is as stacked as we possibly want it. I think it already is all as stacked as we could possibly want, and these are outputting again on the stackers there. The next thing we need to do, of course, is a little bit of proliferation. I've got a feeling we're going to want to move. Actually, let's just turn that around, and then we can go past the Tesla towers. Oh, I'm colliding with the thing. Okay, yeah. The thing being the stack sorter right there, the last of the machines. Okay, I brought the proliferator all the way up from the original tower there. I've got a feeling we're going to end up using a lot of this proliferator line because I don't want to sacrifice any more outputs. And now we should be able to go iron bars, only iron bars, nothing but iron bars. Yes, I do have enough of those and then those, thank you. And then just 4 little inputs, easy enough. 2 from this side, 2 from this side. Okay, that's our first major one done. And literally all this is doing is providing ingots for the world at large. Yeah, that should be the world. No, nay, the system at large. Okay, and now it should be a relatively simple case of copy and paste. I select everything here. I get rid of the big ones. There's no need to have those wireless towers there. I'm actually going to save this blueprint as iron smelt. Tropic to equator. Yeah, that will do. And we probably want to put that in there. Beautiful. Depleted. Actually, we want different icon layout like that. I think that's the one we want. Save that blueprint. No, why new blueprint? Because here. Okay, iron smelt. Beautiful. Double click it. Nice. And I should be able to just place it on top of there. Nice. It'll be like nah, but that's fine. And now I want to change this here to, if you don't mind, the rings. Okay, great. Now I need to copy that out everywhere. Easier to click and drag and copy things out like this, I think. As long as the red lines disappear, it should be easier. More red, like, what are you doing? But when eventually everything says it's okay, they keep bringing up another one. But eventually when it says everything's okay, you can click it on and it'll just copy all of the settings. Let's try again. It's just that one at the end. Should have brought some battlefield analysis labs with me. Okay, so bam. All right, that was a lot of hassle to show that. There's something wrong here. I don't think it connected up any of these. Okay, oh, that's what I need to do. That's going to be very awkward on the other side. I mean, to be fair, that's very awkward here. Yeah, that's the problem, is things aren't properly connected. It's down in there. Yeah, that's going to be a real issue. Why would that be like that? That's pretty horrific. Oh, there is a way, but man, you got to search for it. But there it is. Okay, all right, we made it happen. So we've got a whole bunch of magnetic rings. Now, why did this one remember the bogus settings? What's up with that? But the other one didn't. That's weird, to say the least. Okay, I knew this already, and I don't know why this is taking me by surprise, but of course I'm not going to be able to put these two interstellar logistics systems this close together. I'm not that bothered though, because the bottom one is the important one, and we can just put this, put the output into that one up there. I think that's going to be fine. Like if I do this and go, yes, that's fine. We're going to be told that we're running out of. Oh, we are running out of conveyor. That's not expected. Isn't the star much better looking without that blight of a hive around it? Yeah, I think this is looking a lot better. I grabbed everything there is, but I'm a little bit worried about how little that was. Back to staring at the star though. Oh, beautiful. The returning. Look at all that go. Wow. You know, I kind of hate putting into the iron thing over there, so much so that I'm going to reverse the flow and we're going to go back into the one we came from. Okay, let's let the copper flow and we'll see where we get the plates back. In fact, they have been returning already. That's pretty cool. So we can totally lead this one down and into there. If only, wait, this one was reversed, then we should be able to now do that. I don't think it's too much of a bother that it's what's the word I'm looking for? Re-proliferating. I don't know why I struggled with that. Re-proliferating. Okay, not the most elegant route I've ever done, but it does get the job done. Beautiful, beautiful, both for remote supply and local supply. Great. So that's this whole system done. Does open the question of whether we could get some more on the back here, but I think we'll be okay for now. I'd rather copy it out. I'm wondering whether that's the design I'd rather going forward. So you betcha I'm going to go with that one-sided option, because trying to squeeze in another one down here when I'm trying to put 15 across, it would never work. This is the ring magnets that I'm trying to make here. We take the cores that we made over there. Intense agony about deciding whether or not to just send a little line down through this long and use this output as the products for this. Intense agony, but I decided that actually no, I'm going to use this here, use the copper ingots, and we're going to be making the magnetic coil. Local demand. In fact, you know what, let's remote demand, and maybe when we're making it on another planet, another star system, we will end up grabbing it from there. I don't know. Let's not limit ourselves for the future though. Let's pop that there. And this one, it's kind of in the way, but I think you know what, I'm going to do the not that. I'm going to do the other corners instead, and we'll just let that be. We won't hassle with the system too much. Okay, so the next thing I need to do, as well as putting down the power for these, let's do that. The flashing is getting a little bit annoying. Press tab twice and everything fits beautifully in here. How far do I need to go? Okay, like that. Does that do this corner? It doesn't. Just gonna pop that down. Ruins the look just a little bit, but you know what, I'm not that bothered. One of the best things, well, I'd say one of the best things, one cool thing about this is it will remember how many times you press tab in between, and we'll just go ahead and work for you the next time. I don't know how long it remembers for though, because there is definitely, it does forget at some point. And I don't know when that is. Right, now I need to try and do some routing here. This is going to be kind of awkward. We've got 1, 2, 3 pairs. Well, I see 3 outputs on either side, so that's probably how we're going to work that one out, right? Now, do I alternate, or do I just go this side is copper and that side is ring? I think I'm just going to do that have this one side be one type and the other side be the other. Just, I don't know, it feels like it might be a little bit easier. I'm not even sure how I would alternate them to make more sense. Why won't this go through here? Okay, I had to do them one at a time for some reason. I thought the ground was flat. That's the only reason I can think why it wouldn't be like that. Okay, so now that I've got this like this, let's try and look. Can we just take that off of there? Okay, we get a little bit of an awkward situation when we do this of having singular bits of conveyor belt, but with a little bit click, 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 we can make that work. Well, this one's just going to go straight into there, right? Yeah, easy. Same again, but on the other side. Oh, we're out of line. I mean, I'm generally out of line. It does have to be said. Okay, the second one's going to come forwards a bit and then down and over there, just because of the weird way we've got the conveyor layout. And let's try something like, again, weird conveyor layout, but I'm gonna take it something like no, come on, no, please connect. Let's put it back a bit. Things get awkward when you're right up close like that. There we go. All right, that's that side done. Now this one blatantly needs to go up one level. Click that there and down and in. Oh, it doesn't like it. Wait, so we go full level to here and then down and in. Okay, that's good. And then the final one, I guess again we're gonna have to go up one level and it doesn't like it. Oh, it doesn't like it. That was just lacking item. I can read, honestly. All right, where are we going with this one? Right and in here. Let's go up to there and then down and in. Okay, let's set this one up to go. Let's do magnets on this side, magnetic core, I should say. And then on this side, we're going, I missed the click. Copper. Okay, beautiful. Now let's see how far down they actually go. The copper is the easiest thing to see, but then again, things do seem to be backing up. Oh, of course they got to have backed up because there was no copper. Okay, that's fine. We'll just stop and observe that. It does look like everything's getting some copper along the line. Is something wrong here? Is there a problem? Are you okay, sir? Not enough coils. I guess that makes sense because we totally needed double coils. If we look at the recipe over here, 2 coils, 1 copper. The fact that the copper gets to the end is nice, enticing, makes me think maybe we're doing good things. So I could pull some extra copper coil out of the back here, not copper coil, magnet coil out of the back here. But how do we get it to stack with these lines over here? Okay, I'm going to try something cheeky. We're going to, let's do that and then break this pretty quick. Okay, that's what I want. And then we're going to, I don't know if this is going to work. I don't know if I've got the room. Let's delete some belts under here. And maybe that one as well. And then I should be able to stack across it. Look at that. Yes, that's a half belt. You can't get that unless you do that weird thing I just did with like dragging it across and then deleting back. Okay, well that's definitely stacking it double. So now we've got 2 and 1 on the belt going down, right? Yeah. The fact that it's already filled up our stores here means we're just gonna have to believe that. We can come and check at some point, but for now we just believe. Okay, I've managed to get this all lined up, but I've been given a warning. Oh no, my hydrogen is having troubles. Let's go and see what that's about. Sorry, I should be like, hey, look, I did the thing. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sets of 30 different factories set up, and if we have a look at this, that would mean 1 a second. Oh, that's brilliant. That's 30. 60, 90 a second here. 90 a second. That's quite a rate, but I bet it's still not enough. Yeah, look, there's the warning up ahead. I've been given a shout. We might be overflowing with hydrogen. I might have too much hydrogen in the system. Okay, let's take a moment. What we're going to do after the magnetic coil, I want the motor. I'm trying to do this line down here. We want to get the electric motor, the electric turbine, and the supermagnetic ring. I keep running out of the supermagnetic rings, so getting those sorted would be nice. I don't know what we would then do. I definitely need to sort out my titanium smelting, the ingot and alloy, and maybe even these silicon products. They also need to be made on the Forge World. Okay, coming crash. Oh, I really thought I was going to land then. That would have been better to land on the right side of the planet, I want to point out. Look at this. Okay, so the problem that we've got here is that we've got no hydrogen flow. Okay, this was supposed to be, hey, if there's no hydrogen flowing and there is cargo. I got this the wrong way around. I don't care if the hydrogen doesn't flow. I'm worried about these tanks filling up because we're not chewing through hydrogen at quite the rate that I would have expected. I've also had to set up a whole new, whereabouts did I set it up? I think it was over. Oh, it was right here, right next to me. Look at that. A whole new graphene system because the amount of graphene that was going through wasn't enough to keep our nanotube factory up and running. And the nanotubes are used in our proliferation. And that proliferation, those little blue cubes, they are used in everything. I mean, literally everything. Every product, every process that we touch, we try to put these little blue things on our produce there. And this section over here, this had run dry. There were these carbon nanotubes back here. Nah, it just all stopped. So I fixed that. You should know about it, but there was no need to watch. I was just copy and pasting stuff out. Apart from this tank wall's new. all 3 outputs from the hydrogen go into this one tank at the bottom here. Then these are all connected and they go down and start filling up this end. And I'm sure the moment we start getting greedy with warpers or antimatter or anything to do with strange matter, anything like that, we're going to chew through all that hydrogen. So I want to store it rather than just burning it. But burning's bad, right? Anyway, alarm's fixed. Back to the job at hand. Okay, we're starting to run out of room in the area I want to do stuff, but I think that's fine. Magnetic coil was what we just did. The next thing I want to do is the electric motor. Whew, that's a lot of stuff right there, but I think we can get it done. 3 items. Double stacked plates, gears, and the coils. I think we're going to want to make gears on this side, right? Oh man, look at this mess here as well. Okay, well we definitely let's cut these guys off from their ore supply and try and dump this into another. You know, I'm just going to put one down. Just going to put one down. Let's put that up there and interstellar logistics so that we can move things from planet to planet, from system to system. And then we'll run these. I'm just going to do this. Just going to do this. We're going to go up and over and then down and in. Okay, that totally makes sense. And then we can get rid of this. The problem we've got here is that this is full of ingots that we want to get rid of. That is gonna be awkward. Got a couple of big boxes. Let's try this. Okay, so we're eating everything out of that line, and then if I run this up here, wait, reverse the path. That's the secret here. And then we run this up here. We're lucky we can get everything in this box, though I do believe we could also double stack this box. Yes, we can. All right, we should be able to get everything in this box and out of here. Ooh, it's very slow. It's like over full, but it's very slow. I don't know what 10,000 is in stacks here. It's 100. It's 100. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 across. I bet it's not 10 down. It's 6 down. Well, that's kind of awkward. It's going to be just over this box full. Okay, that's fine. Then we can get rid of the unneeded smelteries and use them in needed smelteries. Yes, indeed. Oh man, we're clearing a little bit of space here, but there is a lot of stuff we need to replace. Like, for instance, the titanium lines. Maybe they also need to go. I mean, we've already placed the steel here, so maybe titanium needs to come down in this bit now. I prefer the copper system that we've got going here, in and out of a single interstellar logistics system. So let's try that. Let's use this now. Let's then turn it around a couple of times, and I can't see where we're putting it, but I'm sure it'll be fine. So building a titanium bunker here has told me that we don't have any local titanium ore, which is a little strange because surely it'd be coming from here. So here's some titanium ore, and there is an interstellar logistics that's supposed to be dealing with iron. Let's also let it deal with titanium and try and figure out where we need to break these lines, like here and all the way. You know, we could probably reverse this here and travel this way a little bit and go towards the interstellar logistics hub. It doesn't like the fact that I'm trying to jump over this here. Oh wait, there we go, nice. Okay, it's gonna do a weird little kink there, but I mean, I'm always one to excuse people's weird little kinks. That's no problem. Okay, so now all of this titanium should be taken over there. This is going to be a long process to be able to do this, but we're going to have to eventually remove this one here. Oh, my maths was way off, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay, another 1,000. That's all right. Oh no, I just took everything. I wanted to make another one. Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay, I can definitely see us needing more of these eventually, but we're processing the titanium that's coming through. I was kind of hoping we would eventually start losing all of these as well, but that's just not going to happen for a while, is it? Okay, I've been letting myself get distracted. I think this job's going to be hard. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. We're going to need an interstellar logistics system. I'm going to put it in line with this one because everything else has been just a little bit too close together. I think it's fine. Okay, and now the standard process of me trying to figure out what's the spacing for this particular project. I almost always have an output on this on one side, so we're not wasting like the reagents, the materials needed before for the craft. Okay, that should be fine. And then we're gonna have 3 coming this way. One of them's going to be magnets, one of them's going to be gears, the other one's going to be iron plates, and then we should be able to have this right here. I can't place them next to each other for some reason. Let's try that instead. Beautiful. Another output, and the pattern continues. I don't know how many of these we're going to be able to do. Does that look right? Ish. Yeah, ish. I think we've gone too far over on this side. No, okay, all right. I see. Let's copy this. Remove the misplace. I mean, I call it a misplace, but like, how was I to know until we actually went ahead and did this? And then this is like 100% symmetrical around the interstellar logistics. Oh, they can't be laid. So I put that like that and then go, yes, please. Okay, there we go. Oh, we've got problems. I mean, I've always got problems. What's my problems? It is... Oh, no. It's belts. It's always belts. Why is it always belts? Also, we're not going to be able to do this like this. Yeah, no, I see a problem. We go 1, 2, and 3, but then we don't have the room for the third item here, so we're gonna have to offset these as well. I think these are gonna clash anyway, but let's try it. We will go in, and in. So we've got long, medium, short on this side, short, medium, long, medium, short, medium. Hey, I did it. Okay, that is how you pack these in here. Look, there's even like a space to save here. Maybe. How replicable is that? We'll find out. Use now. Just kind of lay that there as well. Okay, I think we've got our basic unit here. Oh, no. What? Why not? Okay, when pasting, it doesn't like to put the output sorter in, which is a bit unusual. But if I do that again, we can just kind of lay this here, and it should. Other than that, I don't know why it doesn't like to take the output sorter. But okay, well, that's fine. I'll just make do, I suppose. Oh, man, these aren't here either. No, they are. Okay, real question. Can we not without any conveyor belts, I won't. Not without conveyor belts, I won't. Though, it does seem to have worked pretty well. Okay, let's go get some conveyors. Oh man, 93. I need literal thousands. I'll just take those and open that box up a bit more. Maybe all the way to there. Thank you. You know what? Wide open. I don't think we need a limit here. I need as many belts as I can possibly get. Okay, so hopefully with all these new belts, I should be able to just pop them in. No, all right, maybe there. Not got a long enough blueprint. Okay, that's a little bit annoying. Nothing I can't fix, but it's a very manual fix. Extend all these out. I did it the wrong way. If I extend all these out a little bit, they should then copy and paste a little bit better together. No, yes, some of them. Okay. Interesting. It's all the single product lines. Everything else extended well. Okay, quite nicely. These side lines here will line up with the with the input of the production line I've got here. That's very nice. Let's put you there and you there. Actually, I didn't want to do that. Wait. I wanted to delete you, bring you out one. No, I've totally done it now, haven't I? Bring you out one like that, and then I can hook up a pile sorter there, and that will make sure that the iron is a little bit better stacked than the other inputs. And then somewhat annoyingly, we've got a third line here, which we should be able to make an overflow for each of these. Again, using my favorite building, this inline splitter. Okay, so the ones on the floor just carry on into where they would normally go, no problem. Little bit of a spacing issue to get started here, but I managed to figure it out. And then we want this coming out of the top and just kind of staying on this top line here. Once we've got everything out, we will figure out where we're going with it after that. Okay, this is actually going to be somewhat awkward, but I feel like it's probably the best way we can do things. So we've got these in the middle, collecting the overflows from each side. Do I know things are going to overflow? No, I don't. Why have you even asked me this? Get off my back. Okay, these front ones should be relatively easy here. Okay, so that's a good overflow. Now I think the middle ones are going to go here and the top ones are going to go there. Let's try that and see whether it likes it. Or can we thread a needle? No, we're not going to thread a needle, but we might be able to go up here and then down to that. Yeah, look at that. Okay, that's pretty good. I don't think we're going to be able to do the same for the other side, but we can come in like this will come in this way. That's an annoyance. I guess we'll just go round for one bit of the grid, but yeah, that's horrible. Just to really set it off, I will also end up going in on the diagonal. Yeah, that's nice, right? Someone out there is gonna love me for that. Absolutely think that's the best thing they've ever seen. Most won't. So yeah, they'd already forgotten that I had pressed tab twice before. Yeah, I wonder what is its cue to forget the previous input. I do wonder that indeed. Okay, that should be everything we need. So I'm going to now local demand. Oh, I forgot one. We'll remote demand because I know they're out there to be remote demanded. But I forgot one. Where are you going, my geary friends? Over here. This is where it's going. Okay, so I straight up just want to steal this part of this system here. It's used now. I don't know whether I'm going to be able to fit it into what we've got here, though. Okay, so it should go here. Oh, what are we missing? Okay, all right. Out of all problems, that's not the most problematic. So that's all right. We'll just do that. I mean, they're both ingots, so I might just reroute them like that. Okay, beautiful.
Depleted.
There. Okay, got a new iron supply down, but we need to figure out how to now turn this. The spacings are going to be wrong, aren't they? Well, if they are, I will figure it out. That's no problem. What I want to do now is make the gears, correct? So we
depleted.
Thank you. We will go off of this iron source here, and we'll see what our spacings are like. Or up, cubes back, not cubes, gears back, and then. Oh, beautiful! No, this is perfect sizing. Perfect sizing. Gears back, not cubes. I don't know why I was thinking cubes. Oh no, something has gone horribly wrong here. I can only fit 14 on the line. I must have got. Oh, lacking an eye. Oh no, not the thing. I really need to get all of my stuff into an interplanetary logistics system so that I don't have to keep going back to the planet to get stuff. Gears are nearly good though. In fact, if I were to do something like, that far, and then drag this down, tab twice, that long. I don't know what happened, but it had already forgotten. I don't know what had happened, but it had already forgotten. And then this one there. Okay, I mean, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Are these now producing gears? No, because you're putting out, not pulling. What? No. Who was in charge of the? Oh man, that's a lot. Oh no, I mean, like, that was the wrong way, but also I'm an idiot. I'm a special type of idiot. Oh no, look at all of this. That's what I wanted. Oh no, well, I guess we just do that, and then all this just disappears. Yeah. I'm not wasting resources. You're wasting resources. I mean, who cares about which resources we're wasting anyway? Not me, totally. I mean, why did you even bring it up? It's totally an inconsequential thing. Maybe I'll go and drop this off to, I don't know, yeah, the magnets. These seem good. Completed. Okay, that should now be working. Brilliant. And then I can just drag out the totally 15 of these that I want to put on everything. Why is it only 14? I don't understand. This space here, is this too much? Did I leave just a little bit too much space? Despite the strong start, this is turning out to be quite the long episode. 3 hours already. 3 hours. Okay, everything from the box, it hadn't filled all the way up since last time. That doesn't bode well. And then this box here, this has got a lot of bit of filling done. Okay, that's pretty good. Oh, I've just been given a warning as I was leaving. Why? What's happened here? Let's go see if I've set it up wrong again. No, it's the same one. Oh no, are we full here? We're not full. Why are you saying we're full? Hey, look, this one's not full. What? Okay, actually don't understand why this isn't going into this tank here. Let's do it that way. Is that better? Why did this one just suddenly stop accepting liquids? I don't know. Well, I mean, it did its job, but I don't know why it had the problem it did. Okay, I'm back. I've filled out the whole area. I'm now filling this up with gears, highly proliferated gears. These are then flying over in this direction. Where are you even going? No, okay, I was wrong. Over in that direction.
Cruise ended. Flight mode.
They should be flying right here. These guys are leaving. I wonder why they were not. No, because I haven't given them their own bunch. Okay, that's fine, I suppose. This should then mean my gears here are going to start. What is this? What is this? Well, the gears are flowing anyway. Well, let's go around and make sure it's not the same on both sides. We've got double stacked iron and a whole bunch of gears going through. Wait. These are not set up the way I was supposed to. Down below, and you as well down below. So they only overflow when there's too much, and the same for these. Down below, and down below. And maybe we'll see that, I don't know, we're missing one of the very vital ingredients here. Perhaps we don't actually have enough gears. No, it looks like everything is overflowed. That's pretty good. And all of these are producing and chewing out here. Hello. What's going on right here? Okay, this goes the wrong way. Why? No, it does go the right way. Well, I wonder what was wrong there then. Interesting. Any more like that? I'm guessing something, because all the others are draining nicely. Here they go. Why is this one wrong? I don't actually understand. Okay, these two lines are coming together to make nearly a full line. And actually, do you know what? I'm going to do the same here. I'm going to put those in like that and then be like, you there and you there. Let's see if we're basically just making a full line here as well. I mean, close enough, right? Close enough. I'll let them do their thing. Oh, ever so slightly boundary breaking with these product lines here. That's going to make it a little bit difficult if we want to do another one at this full width. which I think we might, because the next thing I want to look at is these actually, that's much easier. We just need a double entrance one, like this. It'll be almost exactly like this. Look, you can see where the extra one is here. There's like a half there. I don't know, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There is 15. There's 15 here. The game lied to me. The game lied to me. Anyway, as I say, I want to take this thing here. And we're going to pop it down. Oh man, real low here if we can. I might even get away with that. There's a few problems here, and it's mostly to do with random buildings in my way. Okay, we pasted it down as the magnets, but again, a little bit of copy and paste, dragging and clicking. We should have this all over to electromagnetic turbines. Beautiful, that's what I like to see. Okay, last logistics station I had on me, so this was going to have to do for a little bit. Electromagnetic turbine is what we're supplying. We want to demand the electric motor, and we also want to demand it's a magnet, is it not? Let me just double check that. It is indeed the magnets. Okay, brilliant. Okay, and we've also now started encountering a problem on this side. Let's have a look. We're at 50%. Oh, man. But we're nearly there. We're so nearly there. I just wanted to build one more. Let's go and have a look at the polls. I want to know what you guys are doing about it. I mean, you're putting the maximum down again. Okay, all right. That, I suppose, will be fine. Let's get rid of that. And you over here. Here? Can we do this? Okay, and then I should be able to drag this around this way, and somewhere if I press tab a few no, it worked on the other side. Why is it not working here? Oh, look, I could put this one here. Okay, let me think about this. Okay, there it is. Why not? That should totally be it. A little bit further. It won't go any further. That's made me very sad. It will sit there, so why not drag out to it? I guess I'm going to just manually place them like I thought I was going to. That's very sad. Okay, there's a few more. I doubt that's going to do enough to really bump us up here. Generation capacity 700 megawatts. Going up because I've added a bunch of these in, by the way. Look at that. These are they're going to hit 15. But is that enough? I don't think it is. Man, we're so close to the blue rings. So close. Okay, so the power issue shouldn't be too hard to fix. I just grabbed myself another couple of these ray receivers here. Where do I want to put them? I feel like on this line here is the way. Actually, this was not how I was expected to go down. I was expecting to go in between, out of building range, how dare you. I was expecting to go in between these ones, but no, it looks like we got extra coverage here. This is feeling pretty good. Let's do the same around this way. Okay, that's all the ray receivers I had on me. I thought I had more, but it turns out no. Okay, that's fine. Another thing that I have been doing here is going around and dismantling all the sorters going into these arc smelters so that we could then end up running the ore patches into the interstellar logistics system, not the products. The products are getting made elsewhere. Speaking of, where am I on the planet? Always on the night side. So if we go past the green turbines, the electric motors, the magnets, and the copper, we come to a silicon smeltery, and over on the other side, we've got ourselves the titanium smeltery. Yes, indeed. Okay, to finish up what I was doing here, the only thing I need to do is get one of these forge smelt blueprints down. I am going to let's tab this a couple of times because I wish to get. Let's make sure this is like, I can't see where the individual bits go. Okay, something like that should be central. Are we actually further up here? I think it is. Okay, let's place that like that. No, what are you saying? No, this is not real. I've got you and I've got you. Okay, why are these bits in the logistics inventory just different from everything else. Why? Anyway, the only thing I want to build now is, if we can build this, I want to get on the silicon crystal front. I think we can totally make that work. We're going to local demand, remote supply. Seems like a good way of doing things. Get a whole bunch of those and maybe increase the power charge. Probably going to cause some problems there. I'm going to reverse the path of this standard blueprint that I've got here just so I can fill the proliferator in. Okay, so far so good. And I should be able to just go around and be like, hey, silicon and silicon. Didn't click it well enough. Imagine not being able to click the mouse. Silicon there, silicon on all of these, and silicon here and here. Beautiful, I think. No, wait, there's still a problem right here. We need to set this to crystal. Thank you very much. We copy. No, that was a paste. I always put my hand on the keyboard not knowing which one it is I have to press. Okay, like that, and then I can click and copy these out like this. Much easier than doing the individual presses. The click and drag is a beautiful way of doing it. And with that, I am going to say thank you very much for joining me for this adventure, ladies and gentlemen. Today we worked on a production planet. People like to call it a forge world. I don't know why you would call it that when alliteration is there to be said. Our production planet is looking pretty good. It's a good start. We definitely need to have a little bit more, but we've got the green magnetic turbines on the way. That means that we've got our gravitational lensing sorted, and we've taken all the major smelting jobs off of our main planet. I will see you guys next time when we're going to push down through the research tree. In particular, I think I want this Dirac inversion mechanism so that I can spend gravitational lenses to get more power out of my ray receivers, but I will see you then, or when we're gonna do that. Bye.